I read last week, and also the great books that I'm excited to read this week. So the first book that I want to talk about is Kate Messner's Breakout. I finished this book yesterday, and I loved it. It was so good. So it takes place in upstate New York during a prison break in this small town. And the story is really just the citizens of this town dealing with having prisoners on the loose in their woods. It's told from the point of view of three characters. One girl whose father is the warden of the prison, one girl whose grandmother plays a part in the story, which you'll find out a little later, best friends with the girl whose father is the warden of the prison. And finally, the third character is a new girl whose brother is serving time in prison. She comes from New York City, and she moves upstate New York when her brother is sentenced to serve his 15 years there so that the family can visit. The first two characters are white. The third character is black. Most of the town is white. And one of the things that I love about this book is how it deals with race and how it deals with just a white child seeing a little bit, just a glimmer of what it's like to for the girl who is black, and how things are a little bit different than what she would expect. And they're treated a little differently when they're around their friend who is not white, which is really interesting and really a tough subject to, I think, tackle in a children's book, but Kate did an amazing job. It's a fascinating story. It's told a little bit differently than we're used to seeing books told in. It's not just traditional text. It's not a graphic novel. It's got just a collection of different ways, artifacts, I guess I would say. It's told through letters. The town is the town is having a time capsule. So all of the students are asked to submit letters to future residents. And so a lot of it is these three girls, or two of the girls writing letters to the time capsule. It's also one of the girls writing letters to her brother who's incarcerated, and one of the girls who doesn't really want to write, so she actually records things with a sound recorder and transcribes that. Also, back and forth text messages. It's told in a lot of really different ways, which is really, really cool, and I think kids are really going to dig the way that the text is broken up, and you get to hear from multiple points of view. The second book that I want to talk about is A Boy, a Mouse, and a Spider, the story of Evie the White by Barbara Herkert and illustrated by Lauren Castillo. I had read this book a while ago, but I read it this week again with my second grade daughter, and she loves Lauren Castillo. And when we read this page, she's like, oh my gosh, Dad, look, it's the boy from the raccoon book. So she thought that E.B. White was the character from Lauren Castillo's Troublemaker. That just touched my heart so much. I love this book. I love picture book biographies. It's just a really amazing way to get to know someone. For kids and adults as well. I learned about so many people through picture book biographies, and this one about E.B. White is absolutely distinguished. It is a beautiful book. Everyone needs to check it out. The book that I'm reading this week is a middle grade novel by Jake Burt. It is called Greetings from Witness Protection. I'm loving this book. I saw my friend Mr. Shu had tweeted about it or Instagrammed about it or did something about it, so I decided last night to give it a try, and I'm already on page 92. It's so good. So there's this girl, and she's in the foster care system. Her mother is gone. Her dad is in prison. She had lived with her grandmother. Her grandmother had passed away. And so she's been in foster care. She's kind of been in and out of homes, can't really find a place where she sticks. And then one day the U.S. Marshals show up, and they're like, basically, we want to erase your life, and you're going to go and you're going to live with this family that is in witness protection. Because most people who are looking for them, the people looking for them think that they have one kid. So if they have two kids, it will make them less likely to be found. This girl is an amazing character. Her original name is Nikki, but now her name is Charlotte. And I just love her. I adore her. I think she's got a lot of spunk. She is a bit of a pickpocket, not a bit. She is a major pickpocket, which is just fascinating to see. She's always getting the itch to steal things. But I'm loving it from Witness Protection. And I was reading the note at the end, because I like to do that before I start a book. I like to read the author's note. Is that what it's called? You know, the acknowledgments. It's called this week. Rebecca Stead is Jake's agent. That is so cool. Newbery medalist Rebecca Stead is his agent. Talk about awesome. So I am loving Witness Protection. I love A Boy, a Mouse, and a Spider. And Breakout is going to be one of the best and most talked about books of 2018. Friends, thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. Let me know what you're reading. Leave a comment below. Thank you so much. Have a perfect, wonderful, amazing day. And as always, happy reading.